Warning: you will hear adult language in this video. If you are offended by adult language, student of the game FX is not liable for the damage done to your virgin ears. Oh my god. Day 4 trade review. The clapper finally came out. We were winning at a 75% rate up until day 4. I don't know what to say. We're back. We're down to 55.56 and we lost 5 out of 6 trades. I think, yeah. See, we've been taking 4 trades every night previously. This time we took 6 because we're fucking idiots. Okay. We decided to load it up. We decided to take a gamble. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't call it a gamble, but we definitely made some mistakes along the way. So let's get into it. Pound US, our first loss. Oh yeah. Okay. see what had happened was, this looks funny on the 5-minute, right? This looks funny on the 5-minute, but don't worry, because we figured, and I thought rightfully so, that this was the high it was testing off of right here, right? And you know, we rejected and we were coming back up and we thought maybe we'll get this dump here. We obviously were wrong and we were just trading on the wick. As you can see right here, we came down and then we tested under this area here and bounced down twice. Now what had happened was, we were actually testing after we came down. We had to test off of this here just to see what was popping. And what popped off was my account in the wrong direction. So, you know, looking at it now with the almanac, you know, if I was Biff from Back to the Future with the almanac, definitely would have gone for a buy here because, you know, we had never broken past this entire like area, right? If we go back to the 1 hour, we have our bullish structure break right here. The candle actually closed past our zone. And so we should have been looking for a reason to take the next upswing, if you will, up impulse, you know, when it goes up, shit like that. But what had really happened was, it was just, we were kind of right, but we had to wait for it to come over to our area right here. You see, it didn't, this wasn't a strong enough level to push it down like we were thinking. If we took the same trade from up here, obviously we would okay. But we as it stands, we got in at the last possible moment that, yeah, we got in. This was wrong. I don't know what else to say about this. This was wrong. All right. Moving on. Pound New Zealand is our next one. Okay, this was interesting, right? Because look, on the 4 hour, we were saying, hey, it came all the way back down here and then did all this thing and then made a bearish engulfing and covering this stuff, right? And then we were just looking to continue with that bearish engulfing. Oh, need some scaling. There you go. So on the 1 hour, I mean, we came back up. We got this first test, but we didn't wait long enough, right? So we pushed down this big ass bearish engulfing. I think if I sold up here, it would have been fine, of course. But I think I just I should have waited for it to come back into all, like at least these lower wicks, right? Because I didn't wait for it to come into these wicks. But I could have done better. Probably was just wait for it to come back here, be patient, and then sell off from that touch. So let's look what that looks like. I'm gonna color this something else, and then we're gonna go down to the 15-minute and see what we got. So yeah, we entered on, I believe, what, this candle here, this second one, thinking that was the one. if I had this green zone drawn out before, I probably could have just widened my stop loss by 5 pips, taking that 1 to 1.5 right here. Because we're going for 1 to 1.5, I mean, we don't really care about like how large this is. We just need to know, like, you know, what distance it can go, I guess, because 30 pips is quite a bit, but on pound New Zealand it's also not that much. And so we got the rejection there, and basically on this trade, like I've been saying here, we were just too early. Price came back up, it cleared all the orders with this Ninja Turtle weapon right here, and then like that was like what, 10 candles? Wait, 1, 2, I can't count, but it was a modicum of candles later that took me out, and we could have got a win out of that, but just too early, because we did get our direction correct for the session, and pretty much would have went, even if we had just made our stop loss like 5 more pips, we could have captured that action anyways. Anyways, that's trade number 2. Trade number 3, US30, S30, my guy. He's been giving me some funds lately, but today is not that day. US30. Okay, what a fucking mess. First of all, this was my sell, so that was okay. I don't even know. Let's go here. Let's see what my dumbass was thinking. So, why did I draw a fib and not use it, first of all? Because it's clearly a 4-hour fib, and I think our trade is in the middle here. If we just waited for it to come back to the, like, this area, even if we waited for it to come back, like, to the 61, I mean, that's nice, but look, it came back to the fib area, the like high 79 to 70, like good price area, right? This is like non-retail price area, and tested off this bullshit ass trend line I drew the other day that I didn't think would mean anything, but apparently it's been tested off multiple times, and now it's got a fib, and then we dumped past our 50% that yeah, I'm just rambling now. But anyways, check this out though. So we sold from here like a fucking idiot. Like, holy shit, who's selling? Like, where's the bearish? Like, I don't even know who I am. Like, where's the bearish structure? Here, let's go here. I know on the 4-hour we broke this, like, this area. We've been chopping up around, but it just wasn't ready to drop. I mean, I could have waited. I definitely could have waited. This was about 6 a.m. though, so I wouldn't have been able to make this trade. I just wouldn't have traded bearish. Looking at this now, I mean, from where I sold, it wasn't even like good pricing. Look, I sold under the 50. Like, if you look at a fib and you cut it in half, I mean, you say this right here is your premium pricing for sells, and then on the bottom is premium pricing for buys. I was in I wasn't even in the sell area yet. So what am I doing selling here? Right? If we flip this on its head, I can easily get 1 to 1.5 going the other way. But that's all I'm going for. And this was like a predictable move too, in a way, because this, I don't know if we're gonna trust all the confluences in this area, right? You got the trend line that's long term. You got the fucking Fibonacci with the 70 to 79, right? You got another, I think there's a zone of demand or supply or whatever the fuck the top one is up here. I mean, I guess it's kind of demand. All these wicks are sitting up here. It means there's a lot of orders up here. I think you come back up here and touch it, right? I wasn't looking at that though, because I'm a fucking idiot. All right. So all these things were telling me, hey, this is supposed to go bullish for a little bit longer. Exactly like 6 hours longer. And yeah, would have taken that trade differently for sure. I think I was fucked up. I don't know what happened there. All right, so I'll have to watch that video again of me, day 4 video, because this looks like this is looking kind of rough, and I need to figure out what my my thought process was, and that's the reason I'm making these videos. I can see that shit. AUDCAD. I remember these CADs because I was not feeling it, because I took 2 CAD trades and I was blaming you guys, the audience, and it's just ain't right. Ain't right for me to do that. You know, I gotta take accountability for my own trades. Let's see. So 4 hour. Oh yeah, we had this like uptrending structure. Did I go for a sell here? So selling down to the trend line, right? So this uptrending structure, but we felt that this impulse would force this trend line to crack, which it did, but we lost because why? Let's see. We came down, we came back up, we started pushing down. Okay, so I didn't wait for anything really. Okay, so yeah. So what I'm pretty sure I saw, and I'll have to watch the video again, is that this bearish engulfing was made, and then we broke the low here. But what I wasn't paying attention to is the fact that there's no like really 2 candle pullback in this whole area, right? Between here and here, it just, this is basically the low. I'm gonna mark this something else. I'm gonna make it solid or something. Just do orange. That's the low, and this is the high, right? So when price comes down in here, bounces, I mean, basically we are still in kind of a, we're trading in this range, right? So if I think that because this structure broke here, that we're going to continue for a sell, then I should wait for this thing to come back up and do something. Like basically I should wait for it to pull back before getting in a trade. Don't enter at the low, but just wait for it to pull back to like a block like this here. So I could have got in on this test. This chart's getting too messy, so I'm trying to articulate my thoughts. But let's see. So I see this as an area where price can come into. The reason for this is because this is like a, I don't know, I've seen it called an order block, but basically this bearish engulfing pattern, price will come back to retest this, right? And so I should have sold from here. This is our premium pricing. And if we draw, I'm bringing out the fib again. If we draw this right here, look at it. See, like our premium pricing is up on that top half. We'll go down to the 5-minute for this. Oh damn, it's like all the way over there. But see right here, right above the 50%, it just keeps tapping in the area. And every time you could get a sell from there. But I think I sold from after this low broke right here. Let's draw it out. So from this low here, this low broke, right? And then I wasn't even like around for when this shit was like tapping. I mean, it's midnight, but I think I was recording at 11 something. So that was my issue on day 4, was definitely patience. The opportunities were there, but I just wasn't paying attention, I think. Let's keep going. Okay, EURCAD was our only win. Let's see what we got. Okay. So this was another one that we were trying to just get action, like a little bit of action on the way down to the trend line. So see how price is bouncing on this 4-hour trend line here. We came back up, we came down, we started making this little 2 candle pullback, but then I saw that we had a bearish candle. We go down here, we were like, hey, this is probably gonna break structure here, just because this has been testing this trend line so many times, so it's probably coming back down to stab the trend line. And that was it. I mean, it went on the 5-minute. Look, we just entered and just kept going. Potential for profit 1 to 6, right? So it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was a high probability trade, I think, just because of the way that this trend line was being tested so many times. But yeah, that was the only one that was popping for me yesterday. Gold, XAUUSD. Oh shit. Okay, yo, don't even look at this one. This was not even a real trade, right? Okay, so why am I okay? Okay, I have a lot of problems with this. Wait, is this the right? This ain't the right trade, right? This is some bullshit trade. Is this one here? Yeah. Okay, I have a lot of problems with this. Yeah, because this trade right here. Okay, let me try to explain my dumbass thought process. I thought that gold pushed down, came back, you know, pushed down, then it broke past this structure and closed, right? So I thought, because this is the 4 hour, I thought it would continue to bust through, but because of the way that price is supposed to work, this just had to come back in for a deeper retest before pushing down. This is only one structure break. See, I thought it was gonna do a U-turn and then fill in this price, but yeah, no, it still needs time to grow. I did poor analysis on this one. I mean, look on the daily, it looks like it just wants to cover, like, basically go down to our original alert area down here, fill up, and then come back up. But we got this one completely wrong. If I were to trade this again, obviously I would sell. But basically we came in here to our zone, right? This is our 4 hour. So when we came back up to our 4 hour zone, all we had to do was start looking for a bearish, same as EURCAD, right? Like we just had to look for this like bearish engulfing pattern and then just let it do its thing. But we entered, basically, why did we enter a buy at the top, first of all? Why did we enter a buy at the top? I know I fibbed the whole thing. I should have, see, I should have bought from down here. Even so, even if I bought from down there, look, check this out. Let me show you something, because you ain't hearing me. If I put if I bought at the lowest possible point, I would have definitely got it. But there's no way, like, no one's gonna catch that. I should be selling here 100% of the time. And if we bring out our fib again, right? And we fibbed, like, even this leg. This was basically like 100% retest. We could have, if price didn't break this zone here with all these wicks and stuff and came back down, like, the entry actually should have looked like this. If you were going by just this zone here, and I'm going to try to make it some other color so it stands out. Damn, it's really hard in there. Let's try this. Can we fill it? Can we fill it? Let's just do it like that. So see, if price came in the zone here and we took the sell from here, stop loss above the zone, this would have been a way better trade. Not because I can just see it, but because just thinking about how I've been trading for the past, I don't know how long, this makes a lot more sense than whatever the fuck buying at the top I was doing. Like, that was trash. I'm gonna be the first to say it, that was trash. So, I mean, potential for profit on this one, I mean, come on now. So it's just a matter of being able to see the market in situations like this. I mean, this is huge sell action. I don't even know, like, with some chop, like, we could have got, like, that was definitely a sell. And I think I don't know what the fuck I was doing day 4. I can clearly see that I made a lot of mistakes. But that's what we're doing. We learning, student of the game. That's why I made the channel that title. All right, thanks for watching.